Hey friends, I'm back. Now I know what you're probably saying. If you're subscribed to me, if you've seen my videos, you've already seen a Back and Better Than Ever video. But let me just explain for a little bit. I'm back being that I'm back in New York for right now. I'm back for the summer and going to be filming a lot more videos down here in the setting that we all have come to know and love. I haven't posted a video in a couple of weeks just because, being back, I want to enjoy some time with my family. My family always comes first, and I want to be with them as much as I can and do some other stuff, with friends who I haven't seen in a long time, as well as just relaxing for the most part and working. I'm working once again back home for the summer. So I've been doing a lot of that, but now it's time to get back in front of the camera and bring some more videos out for you guys. I'm sure you're probably wondering what I've been up to since I've been off camera for a couple weeks. If not, well, too bad, you're gonna listen anyway. First thing first, we got a new puppy, that's right. We have a new puppy. She's about 10 or 11 weeks old, I'm not 100% sure on that, and her name is Karma. She's a purebred German Shepherd, long-coated German Shepherd, and she's been a real pleasure to be with. She's been absolutely rambunctious, and I'm glad that she's playing with the other two Pomeranians in the house. My dad actually chose the name Karma just because he liked the idea, if it's good, you can say good karma. If it's bad, you could say bad karma. If you watched my Back and Better Than Ever video before, you probably got the idea that my other dog, who you've seen in a couple of my videos, and especially in the intros, Nala, actually passed away a couple of months ago. I'm not going to get into the whole story because the whole thing of what happened absolutely kills me. It makes me more emotional than I can ever get with anything. So I'm going to refrain from that for this video, but I think the name Karma actually fits this puppy, being that Karma, our new puppy, was born on Easter Sunday. Easter Sunday differs in dates every year, but Nala was also born on Easter Sunday. She was March 23rd of 2008, where Karma was April 16th or April 15th of 2017. Another thing very interesting is the black spot on the tongue. Nala had a black spot on her tongue. When we went to the breeder, the father of the puppies also had 2 black spots on his tongue. And only the day where we picked her up, we knew which dog we wanted to get when we first visited, but the second time we visited, Karma made a yawn, and we saw a black spot on the side of her tongue, and we felt that it was no more appropriate for this dog to be one of our own. Even though that Karma is now a part of our family, Nala will always be part of my life. She was the most important thing to me. She was my best friend, probably more than any people out there. And wherever I go, I have her with me always. In my apartment, I have an urn of her, I have a photo of her. Back home, we have her urn, we have her toys still, we have her dog dish, one of her cans of dog food that we'd have, and I also have her paw print tattooed over my heart, so she'll always be with me wherever I go. Now let's talk about school, since that was also part of where I've been. Now let's also talk about school. That's been also another major part of why I haven't made videos in such a long time. Currently, I have wrapped up my junior year of college. I'm going into my senior year, as crazy as that sounds. And junior year was the most work out of all of my other years at college. There was just more work added on, and I actually had to make a lot of films, which took a lot of time out of my personal life. I don't have it on my YouTube account, but I'll put the link down below to where you can find my film. It's titled Lessons from the Darkness. And the reason I made that film was because my professor really wasn't a horror fan. He told us straight up, look, I don't want to see a gore fest, I don't want to see a dorm room zombie film. I want to see something that you really can, imagine, something that you really can create. And I wanted to do something that can kind of, in a way, help some people. The film deals with alcohol addiction, depression, thoughts of suicide, and I also made it in memory of a friend of mine who passed away a couple of years ago. It was a very, very long and very stressful process. I'll probably make a video, making a video talking about, the filmmaking process and everything that went into it, but it was a really long, really enjoyable. If I can go back, I don't know, it was a very long and stressful process. There were a lot of nights spent on editing alone. I think I'd probably, out of the whole week, 3 days of the week would be spent on editing, and the editing process for me at least would go from 9 o'clock at night to around maybe 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock the next morning. So very little sleep I had, and then once the editing was done for that morning, it was right off to class for me, so I was just very grumpy, very tired, but overall, it was a really fun time. One more thing I want to say about Lessons from the Darkness is the title, Lessons from the Darkness, plays an important role in my life, and it's so important to me, the message of the film, everything about it, so important to me that I actually had it tattooed on my arm. I got it tattooed with a phoenix that I got around, it was the day after my birthday, so November 9th of 2016. The whole message and meaning behind that is no matter what happens today, you could have the worst day of your life, but no matter what, the sun will always rise tomorrow. Tomorrow will always be a new day, and that's really what's the most important to me. So now I'm going into senior year of college. I even remember years ago when making videos saying that I was preparing for college. I honestly can't believe it. I can't believe that time has flown by so fast, and only one more year left. College experience has been one of the best experiences of my life. So I'm excited to see what the future's going to hold, but I'll always remember college dear to my heart. So now let's talk about some new videos. What kind of videos are going to be coming out? Reviews, of course. I already have a big list of reviews that I want to get done for this summer. I want to get back on the list of every Friday having a new video, so one video a week is going to be my plan. I'm not going to do it where I shoot all at once and then edit every once in a while. I'd rather just shoot and edit, have it uploaded, and then I can go to my next project. That seems like it'll be the most easy for me. Hopefully it'll be the most easy for you guys, but every Friday is really what I want to plan on doing. Besides doing reviews, I want to try and do some other type of videos, some that might be more personal, you know, maybe some story time videos. I know those are very popular online, and I have a lot of interesting stories, so if you guys want to hear some stories of my personal life, some personal experiences, leave me comments below and even leave me some suggestions of what kind of stories you might want to hear. Another thing I want to do is, next to storytime videos, also tell some scary stories, much in the tradition of Corpse Husband, Mr. Nightmare, Creeps McPasta, anything that could be scary in a way. You know, I wanted to do the deep web videos, but that seems like it's kind of, that fad seems like it's kind of dying out. I know ERIK ALDEN has been doing some crazy deep web videos. I'll put the link to his channel below. He's been doing some A-class deep web videos, some of the darkest I've ever heard. But I know a lot of people are interested in the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark book. I found some other books that are very similar to Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, the ALDEN book. This book has no relation to Scary Stories, but the stories are just so obscure, and it played a big impact on my childhood, so one of these days I'm hoping to be able to do something like that for you guys. Another thing I really want to do, I've been wanting to do this for years on this channel, is a Q&A. I've always talked about doing a Q&A. I just never really got enough questions, and I think the way I'm going to do it from now on is, right now I'm going to announce that eventually I'll do a Q&A, but throughout each video, at the end of it, I'll always remind you guys to leave me questions for a Q&A, and once I get enough questions, I'll eventually do it. So if you have questions you want to ask me for a Q&A, please leave them down below, and I will answer that in a Q&A video. Another big thing that I've been getting questions like crazy about has been Traces of Death. Will I do a follow-up to the Friends Watching Traces of Death video? Will there be that mockumentary I've been talking about? Yes, and yes. Those will be happening. Somebody who watched my video, I believe his name is Modern Warfare on YouTube, called me out and wanted me to do a part 2 of me and my friends watching Traces of Death part 2. I reached out to those friends who I watched it with. They said they had enough. They said they couldn't do another 15 minutes of Traces of Death. But luckily I have 2 other friends that really want to see what this is all about, and they agree to it, so in the future you will see a Traces of Death Part 2 reaction video. As for the mockumentary I'm working on, that is also coming. That's a big project of mine. That is something that I'm taking very seriously. I just can't get up in front of the camera and get my experiences like that. I want to make it look good for you guys, and I want to make it look at least somewhat professional. Besides that, there's also going to be some big stuff going on this summer that I can't talk about right now, but I'll have videos coming up of what's going on with that, so you guys will see, and I hope you enjoy when I post those. Anyways guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, hit that thumbs up button. If you dislike it, hit that thumbs down button. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, whatever it is you guys do. Once again, my name is Steve from Shock Extreme Productions, and until next time, see y'all later.